Hello everyone and welcome back. I actually just finished recording like 2 episodes and realized that I hit record on my audio but pushed the wrong F key to start recording my video. So I have a screenshot and I didn't pay attention well enough and I don't have any of the video. So we're going to go over everything I did. I didn't like go back and destroy stuff to rebuild it. So this episode might be a little bit quicker. Maybe I'll actually get 2 episodes worth into this one. But I wanted to go over some changes that I made here to our automated charcoal system. Now, first of all, everything got filled up like very quickly once I had the system going. So I paused the system. In this ender chest, you can see I picked up the chop golems, of which I had made a second one because their range was kind of low, so I had them kind of separated in that field. I built a little shelf and put the Essentia mirror on it, because that lamp will keep pulling Essentia even if it's not causing anything to grow, apparently. So why keep burning through saplings? I'll go over this in a second. And over here, I just slapped a lever and turned it on this item dropper, because it only drops items basically when it sees a transition from like off to on. So by having it just always on, even though this thing comes around, it actually doesn't drop anything. So that's that. Now the system quickly got backed up, and that was only after I made a few changes. So you can see that I have chests here now instead of barrels. What was happening is that a barrel would empty out, and then because I was using the transfer node style system, these transfer pipes, this extra utilities stuff, basically like say all the wood got pulled out, I'd come down and then there'd be 2 barrels with saplings in it, and the wood had nowhere to go, and saplings were getting put into the furnace, which was just making ash. So I made these into chests instead of barrels, and I got rid of the transfer pipes and made it all logistics stuff. So if I grab my wrench, you can see the supplier pipe is the same, this one here. But each of these now is a request pipe, and it's set to infinite, so it'll always ask for whatever the supplier has. And this one has only wood, and you can see this one has only saplings. This one has only apples. I don't know why I have a chest just for apples down here, but this one is everything else. And what I'm doing with these things is putting them into this chest, and then this transfer node pulls these up and it goes into the main sorting system. Another thing I did, which I should have thought of last episode, is I was fighting with getting the pipes to not connect to each other, but I had some covers, some stone covers. I went and made some pipe jacket, which is pretty easy to make, and it keeps things from connecting, which is great. Now you can see on each of these lines I have added on a barrel. That was just because everything was full, and I kind of wanted to keep it going and have a nice buffer, so I put these in here to fill up. And that worked pretty well. And so over here, something I had to do that's important is you have to add a label to each of the alembics. And that's because what would happen is, say, all the herba would go out, and now you'd have 2 of them filled with, say, arbor. And now none of them would fill up with herba, and then the whole system would kind of grind to a halt. And also, when one of these fills up to 32 essence, the whole system, it'll stop burning anything else. Like it's got everything here, but it fills up and it stops. So I had to make these 2 void jars here, basically so it had somewhere to go. And that was that. That's pretty simple. I made a similar one over here for Ignis to fuel the furnace, and you can see I made a couple of arcane bellows to run it as well. So this hungry chest, I added this barrel, so a bunch of stuff actually finished out of the system, but this thing was full and there was just piles of charcoal just sitting on the top, eventually disappearing. So underneath these covers is the transfer pipe, and I added 2 diamond chests here, which are full. And then there's a transfer node on the other end of one of the chests that comes over here. And you can see it goes into the side and the bottom to keep this thing stacked. And the charcoal gets turned into ignis and into potentia. What's the reason there's this potentia one isn't full and labels the same way as before is it's actually what's used for my harness. So I actually just swapped it out before the episode, so I had a full tank in my harness. So after that, the transfer node just continues, the transfer pipe. Like I said, I tacked a few barrels on just to fill up, so we made sure to have a nice buffer in case we needed it to kickstart the system. And it comes over to these steam dynamos, which are now halted because everything's full. And I routed it back there through the wall, and it actually comes out down here, right here, so that this automatically fills up with charcoal in the bottom to keep the thing running. So everything is totally 100% automated now, but it is currently paused. So that's that. Post any questions if you have them. You can see I just used my pick. I made and added a leadstone capacitor to it. The problem is I haven't looked up how to actually charge the thing. I don't know where to put it to actually charge it. I looked up charge, but there was nothing that seemed legit as far as what would actually charge the thing. So I'll have to Google it or leave a comment if you know. Okay, that would be fantastic. And so that was that. That was automated the system. You can see out here the trees are all fully grown, but since I got rid of the chop golems, they stopped, and they're fine. I will have to figure out a way to separate out the rubber trees because you only get like one sapling per tree-ish, sometimes two. So it was difficult to keep saplings in order. So that'll be a small expansion eventually. We'll figure that out. But it was running pretty well when I had it going, and now it's fully automated. So in this room, you can see I've built a few extra things. Unfortunately, this was missed. I made a pulverizer, redstone furnace, an induction smelter, which using iron and I believe obsidian made some steel, which is great because there's some stuff that uses steel and it's hard to get a hold of. Let me double check that it was actually obsidian. Let's see, steel is made from steel dust, which, oh wait, no, it was also, let's see, steel, come on, steel ingot. Oh yeah, oh, coal dust, I apologize, iron and coal dust, or just charcoal. That's actually, now I remember, I was actually looking up things I could do with charcoal because I had so much of it. So I did that. And a sawmill, just because, we don't have one and we have a ton of wood. And the important thing that I kind of wish I had recorded because I made it all on camera is this stuff. The ME controller, a drive, we made a 4K storage, and the crafting terminal. And you can see I put basically what I have left for components. I had made the processors ahead of time, and some of this dust and this fluix crystal. This Certus quartz stuff is really rare and hard to find. So I feel like that's probably going to be the gating factor in how far we can go with this until I get some automated mining going, or I'll go down and do some manual mining. Speaking of manual mining, the focus of equal trade with the wand, if you just have a bunch of regular cobble in your bag, it makes it really quick to mine because you just click on a vein and it just pulls it all out and swaps it with cobblestone like in an instant. So it's pretty great. But the thing I wanted to do next, which will probably be next episode, is make an auto crafting system if I have enough bits. So basically I'll make what I can, make sure I have enough to make the smaller auto crafting thing with the system with applied energistics, and we'll go from there. So I'll do that all off screen. I'll probably build it like, bam, right here in the middle, and I'll make a new set of these things like pulverizers and redstone furnace to use as automated tools. And so this stuff is gonna, so you can see this is using power, and especially once we get the auto crafting going, it'll be using a good amount of power. But now that we have the charcoal thing going, I'll be able to turn it back on, and it should be able to bang out a ton of charcoal. If I have to make some more steam dynamos to kind of keep things going, that's fine. I'll totally do that. I will start to migrate things over. Maybe I'll make some more drives off camera and start pumping everything into the system here. I always do that. I always hit E to escape my inventory, and I type into the search. Anyway, yeah, so maybe we'll start doing that and slowly kind of migrate out of this system. I do like this sorting system. It keeps things separated nicely, so maybe just some of the higher quantity things will move. And I could make an individual ME system just with like huge storage so that we can just have an absolute crap ton of wood and coal and it won't matter. So I might also do that and get that ready. But I want to make an auto crafting thing first, and then any leftover materials, maybe that's what I'll do. So that's next time, so make sure to come tune in, and we'll do that. It's something I haven't done on any of my series before. We've done auto crafting, but never with applied energistics. So that'll be great. Tune in next time, and we'll get that going. Again, sorry I basically effed up the recording. So I'm just kind of showing you things rather than actually building them. I apologize. I do try to make the bigger stuff on camera, but sorry about that. And the other thing is, I wanted to say, if people wanted to see live streams again, let me know. Leave a comment. I did live stream a little bit the other day, but I didn't really have anybody in the room. Probably because I know I kind of disappeared for a while, and I'm sure that people kind of lost track of what I was doing. But I'm going to try to start using Twitter again, twitter.com/stickyminion and twitch.com/stickyminion. No spaces, no underscores, all one word. And so I'm going to try to do that again. But, leave a comment if it's something you actually want to see. There's some background stuff I like to do. I'll probably build the components to make the auto crafting thing, just because it takes a while. There could be a whole 20-minute episode of just me getting the parts together, which I think would be kind of boring. But for kind of the main thread. But if people want me to do that kind of stuff all on a live stream, then I'd be more than happy to. Just leave a comment, let me know. So I'm done rambling. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time for some auto crafting stuff, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. See you next time. Peace. Bye. Arrivederci. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye.